What's going on, everybody? This is Dylan and Leslie on the Dylan Talks Tone live stream every Thursday night at 8 p.m. Eastern as part of the Primetime Guitar deal we got going with Texas Toast and with Ike at Flipside Music in Denver. So that's pretty cool. It's kind of fun to have a bunch of guitar stuff to talk about. So if you are new to this thing, Texas Toast Guitars, or Ike at Flipside Music, 6 o'clock, live on YouTube, usually, not this week. And then every week, Texas Toast at 7 o'clock Eastern, and then us at 8 o'clock. So, yeah, pretty cool. We got some interesting things to tell you guys about tonight, so I'm kind of really excited about that. And we got actually a lot of questions that came in through Patreon this week, too.
Cool.
So, very cool stuff. Yeah. So, the way that works is I make a post on Patreon early, like I usually do it Thursday morning. And for YouTube members as well. So, if you click the little join button down there on YouTube, you get the same exact thing that the $5 Patreon, actually, all of the levels of Patreon. If you don't want to go join Patreon because it's another thing to do, you can just hit the join button down there and it's the same thing. It's the same stuff. So, yeah. Oh, speaking of that, I wanted to mention to everyone that Monday night at 8 o'clock Eastern time, we are going to have a live Zoom hangout. And there is a tier for Patreon members as well as YouTube members that you can check out, and then I send you a link, and then it's live with the camera on and sound and everything. So if you have a guitar project you're working on, whatever, we can interact on it and chat about it, and there's usually a bunch of people there, and it's pretty fun. So
that's this Monday?
That's this coming Monday.
Cool.
Yeah. So, yep. And I want to schedule a members only live stream too, one of these things, but that's members only for probably next week as well. So just trying to get back on schedule with a couple of things because we were a little discombobulated when we went to Colorado. It was
that's a fun word.
Yes, it is very fun. It was very hectic, and so getting everything back to proper and making sure that y'all are getting.
Are we proper?
Well,
So, I didn't even know.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of what else. Oh, the other thing too. And also, by the way, last week's live stream was probably the funnest one we've ever done. It was really fun. The questions were coming hot and fast. The super chats were coming hot and fast. It was like, it kept the energy up. It was super awesome. And I love it when it's like that. So this is why I like this live stream thing.
We do want to keep it to an hour though, right?
I mean, if it's coming, it's coming for right now.
I mean, the anticipation being that
there might be
somebody else after for the
Primetime Guitar thing. Yeah. As it stands right now, there isn't. So I'm not going to be super stressed about it. We are shipping tons of pickups. We have shipped, I don't know, it's pushing 30 orders in the last 2 or 3 days, and I have more to do. We are catching up. If you have been waiting for something for a really long time, chances are it's right here on my desk, or it's already in the mail to you, including the special edition P90s. And the reason I bring it up is because we have a special edition humbucker that just came out this week that we added to the website. So you just go to dylantalkstone.com and you'll see it there. It's a DAF, but we did kind of it's not gold foil, but we kind of made it look like that. It's pretty cool. Yeah. So very cool. Fun stuff. Are you already having to deal with spam tonight? Mm-hmm. Okay. Somebody said something to me this week about, I wish you could do better about dealing with that spam. And I'm like, okay, so let me explain that to you. We go as fast as we can. When it shows up in the chat, she's on it. Like, that's what she does. So it's just as fast as you possibly can get there. So anyway, I just wanted to mention that. You wanna?
I mean, we wish we could hit it faster too, but they're not saying anything inappropriate to be flagged. So
That's what
it
happens.
slips through and it has to be manually moderated.
Yes, because there are some auto things set up,
Yeah.
but those bots are getting really good at doing that.
Yeah.
So.
And I mean, from a positive perspective, it probably means we're reaching new audience somewhere.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure.
So
yeah.
Yeah, it sucks, but it's also like, ooh.
Also, somebody said in the comments this week that they're glad you're back because they stopped watching when you weren't here. So, you know. Yeah. So there you go.
Thanks. I was there the whole time though. Really.
Do we want to? Let's go ahead and get through some of these comments or these questions because we have a lot, and then there's going to be other people popping in with super chats and stuff, and we're going to need to make sure we fix them all or fit them all in. Yeah. And then I have a question for y'all in a minute too.
Cool.
So stay tuned for that.
I want to mark that one really quick. All right. Nick, I got a notification that you shipped my pickups today. Super happy about that. They're going in this old 90s Epi Les Paul. What wiring would you recommend for a pair of DAFs? Is coil splitting on a Les Paul something that sounds good, or would you just keep it standard? I'm happy to experiment, but no point wasting time or energy if it's known to suck.
Okay, so you ordered DAFs. I would leave them alone and not split them. They're okay when they split. If you really want coil split pickups, get center punches because they're designed to do that, and the volume doesn't drop when you split them. So I would say leave it alone and just stock. Well, I would change the pots in it if you can, if that's something within your means to do, because they can benefit from new pots too. I wouldn't worry about the cap so much, but the pots would be better. 500K I would put in there. But I wouldn't worry about coil splitting. Yeah. No.
Cool. Next up, we have Bill. I recently bought a made in Mexico Strat that has a maple neck and fretboard with beautiful gain, but it is such a light color you can't see much of it.
I think he means grain. Okay, go ahead.
Oh.
He might mean grain.
I just don't like it. What is the best way to darken the whole neck?
So here's a situation where there's not a whole lot you can do because I made a Mexico fender. The fretboard and the neck got urethane on it. So you would actually have to sand the entire thing, like strip the entire thing. And I just don't think it would be worth it. Because pretty much whatever you do over that urethane, unless you actually spray a tint over it, which I guess you could do, sand it all with like 600 or 800 or maybe 600 or maybe 320, I guess. I don't know, 320, I guess. And then spray a tint over it. You could do that, but it would be a lot of work. I mean, you'd have to repaint the neck basically. And it would be that would be a thing. That would be a whole thing. For sure.
Next up, we have Charles. Is there a benefit to over or underwinding a set of pickups? Seems like adjusting the magnet strength would be an easier way to adjust the sound of a pickup.
So there's two things here. Changing wind count is really easy because you just go like this and it changes. It's like the easiest thing to change. However, it doesn't actually make as much difference as you think. If you put 500 more winds or 500 less winds on something, most people are not going to get that. They're not going to feel it. Also, the whole concept of overwinding and underwinding, I do not use those terms because overwinding compared to what or underwinding compared to what?
It's just like the wind, yeah, right?
Yes, because even with so people, yeah, but I mean like overwound like vintage Fender. Well, they change the whine count almost every year. I've said it in videos before that, for example, Fender, they've used like almost 3,000 different combinations of stuff over the 75 years or whatever. So I don't use overwound and underwound as a term in general.
All right,
And adjusting magnets is actually harder than you think. I want to do a video about that.
we interrupt these with a super chat.
Sean.
From Sean McMillan, thank you for the super chat. He says, "Good evening. What are you and Leslie drinking tonight?"
You have water.
I have water.
I have water that's been in a barrel for a really long time. I don't know. I don't remember.
It was the clear bottle. What was
It
that
was
one?
a clear bottle, so it was. I have a bunch of bottles that have like this much left in the bottom, and so I just kind of not been being picky, and about once a week or so, just having a drink and not worrying about what it is. I don't even remember.
I can grab it.
Is it? Oh, because it's by the trash.
Yeah, I can grab it.
Okay.
Let's do that. I'll ask the next question, and while you talk, I will get that answer for you, Sean.
Okay, awesome.
Let's see. Mr. Goat, how is the Stingray style pickup coming along? I really like the demo you put out on the T90 today.
Okay,
why?
This is a great question, because this is one of the things I want to talk about in relation to the thumbnail. That we are doing some things around here, and one of them is, so the Stingray is right there, right behind the camera. I actually got it out yesterday because I'm starting to look at that stuff some more. What is it?
I was gonna let you finish talking.
Oh, okay.
You're all over the place, man.
And so what has really slowed me down on the Stingray thing is I need a laser. I need a laser guy. I need somebody that I can deal with. And the people that I've been dealing with are getting more and more... It's getting more challenging. As we make more stuff, as our demand gets higher, it's getting more difficult. And so I'm working on some things right now to secure my own laser time. I want to buy 2 lasers, but right now we don't have anywhere to put them. So I actually have a friend of mine who has one. And so I'm trying to get the things in place so that we have better access to that. And I'm actually going to start making all my own parts. What's really going to be cool about that, spoiler alert, is we're going to start putting together... My goal is to put together pickup kits. So as we do these classes with Texas Toast, people learn, they want to do it, they want to do their own stuff, that we could put together pickup kits that are good, that are actually like way better than the stuff that you just get off eBay, because it would be the same exact stuff I'm using. But I want to have it all cut and make it all myself and have control over that. When I have that, then I can have control over what we make. So that's where the Music Man stuff comes into play. And it's just been a real struggle. People don't want to give up. I mean, anything. They don't want to give, like, hey, can you send me the drawings for Stratocaster flat work? It's top secret. I mean, no, it ain't. Like, everybody in the world has it. But they don't want to give that stuff up. So I'm having a little harder time than I thought, kind of compiling all this stuff. But once it comes together, it's going to be really cool for everybody. Now, the second part of this, and we will get to that super chat in a minute, but this is really important, and I wanted to ask you. I really liked the demo that you put out on the T90 today. Everybody's been asking for that demo for a long time. And people seem to really like it. I don't know why. And why? I don't know. I don't know why. But it's got like, geez, like over 1,000 views, and I just released it today, or earlier, half a day, in half a day. So let me ask you, everybody, you get in the chat and tell me, do you want me to do more of those? And what do you want to see? And not just my pick. I would like to do my pickups for the website and for you so that you know what they sound like. We have the Somnium guitar. It'll be awesome. Be easy to do. But what other sound only comparison videos could we come up with?
Okay.
Right? Like with no talking. Like one comes to mind is string through versus top loaded Telecaster. Like we've done the technical video about that. But to do, maybe I should just release all the sound comparisons as no talking videos in conjunction with those videos when I come out with them. I don't know. I've let me know what you think. Okay, let's hit the super chat.
All right.
But I want your input on that.
Super chat from John Own 11 can't play any Roddy. Thank you for the super chat.
Who hasn't gotten a new guitar lately? Anyway, go ahead.
He says, "Hi guys. Ordered a Helix last year. Just came a few days ago. Any recommendations for getting my feet wet? I'm a little intimidated." And I do want to say that Chris Hendricks jumped right in and he was like, look at the P&W community. Even if you're not into that music, the community is developing Helix and other modeler stuff more than anyone else. And he suggested worship tutorials and tone junkies.
Yes, for worship tutorials and tone junkies for the profiles. You could actually get pre-made profiles. If you are in that community and you find it toxic after like 4 minutes, the other place that you could go is my good friend Steve Starlacci. He is on YouTube. His name is Steve. First name. Starlacci is Star. And then the last name is, it's Starlacci, I think. Steve Starlacci. He has, his whole YouTube channel is getting the most out of mostly Line 6 stuff. He has a Quad Cortex. I think he has a Kemper. He has an Axe-Fx. I think he has all of them. But he has told me that his central focus is the Helix stuff. And he's really cool, dude. And he's really good at it. So check him out too.
All right. Next super chat.
Super chat.
Thank you for the super chat, Margaret Zabinski. What vegan delights are you trying lately?
I'm working on tomorrow for dinner. I got to go to the grocery store and get a couple more things. But I'm working tomorrow for dinner. I'm going to make some portobello mushrooms. But it's going to have like I'm making a sauce dressing sort of thing. There's a name for it. And I actually have it right here. Anyway.
Right here. No.
Go ahead.
All right. Vegan delight sounds.
Oh, yeah. Portobello steaks with avocado chimichurri.
Ah.
Yeah. That's what I'm going to make for dinner
what
tomorrow
have we
night.
had? Have we tried anything new recently?
I mean, when we were in Denver, we went to some amazing places.
Still haven't. Doc was at some of them. I still haven't posted all my reviews either.
No.
I just have a repertoire of pictures.
All right. We've been trying some stuff.
And
Vinny.
Thank you for the super chat, Vinny's World. Wig Fund.
Oh my God.
Any plans for modding the pink guitar? Sound comparisons of your pickups, like across the same type, would be great.
Yeah, so I have a plan for that guitar pickup wise. The Schecter Machine Gun Kelly guitar. I do have a plan for that. I think I already make the pickup that I'm going to put in it, but I also want to experiment with a couple of things too. So that's on the list. But I have not had time to get outside of the bubble of literally winding my brains out and sending your stuff to you. So I mean, it's crazy. So what I will say is, Leslie was saying that she's like, I wouldn't order from you right now because you sound like you're super behind. We are not now. We are back within the realm of reality. So if you're afraid to order something like it's going to take forever, that is not the case anymore because we are working at it every day.
I'm always good for that realistic.
Well,
point
I
of view.
appreciate it because I just say what's on my mind and I don't think about like people are like, oh man, I don't want to, but no, we keep ordering stuff, whatever you need, we'll get it to you. But it's just, yeah, we're just now getting caught up. But it's also taking away from my kind of like fun experimenty time,
Okay, sorry, I almost forgot about Sean.
Oh, yeah.
So, Sean
Smokestack.
is drinking Smokestack.
Yeah.
By the Vintage Malt Whiskey Company.
Yep.
That's a real fancy name.
It was really good.
Anyway,
I got it.
I realized I was still holding it. I was like, whoops. Sorry about that, Sean. All right. Back to, we have a couple more Patreon questions.
Yeah.
Zoltan. Aristides in the Netherlands. Mayonnaise in Poland. Lava Drop in Lithuania. Relish in Switzerland. Europe has quite some cool guitar stuff going on. How easy or difficult do you reckon it is for these guys to break into the U.S. market? Are these brands widely known beyond the connoisseurs? And wow, we have an add-on.
Look at he put his little double smiley face.
It's so funny.
And we do have a super.
And he said reckon.
I know. I love it too.
Reckon.
We have another super chat too, but I do want to answer this. So there's a couple things. As I think about those brands, I'm buying an Aristides. I'm telling you right now, I was going to buy a Les Paul, and I decided I'm going to buy an Aristides instead. But see, this is exactly the thing. There's two things. One is America likes America stuff, and they like Chevys and Fords and Dodges and stuff. And when it comes to Audis and BMWs and anything actually cool and fast, they're a little slower to adopt said things because they just are weird. It's like taking a Chevy guy and trying to put him in a Volvo. It just doesn't make sense, which is what a relish guitar is, because it's just a little weird. And I think it's really hard for people to adopt that stuff. If you could get past the traditionalism of guitar players and just be like, I want to try the next new thing, you're going to buy a European guitar because all those brands you mentioned are really on the cutting edge of guitar technology, I do believe. The other thing is the European exchange rate, the euro against the dollar. So it makes what really should be a $2,500 guitar a $3,500 guitar. So it you know what I mean? It kind of, that it's a little, oh man, that's an extra $700 just because the dollar, you know what I mean? Just because of the exchange rate. So, but I 100% agree with you that I think all this stuff should be over here, and I think everybody should be into it, or at least trying it. Yeah. I'm so glad that Aristides decided to come to NAMM literally like 3 weeks before NAMM.
Oh, really?
It was really, really last minute. And that was the first time I'd ever been able to hold one in my hand, and I am a lifer. I'm totally in. So I'm glad that they were able to do that. Yeah.
All right. And I think last one.
Did we get a super chat in there?
Too late. I already put it on the screen.
Okay.
Greg, hey, when guitar necks are fabricated, are they made with built-in relief? That is, without a truss rod or strings, just a naked, unattached neck. Would the fretboard be more or less flat?
Yes. it would be absolutely flat because when you level the frets, it has to be absolutely flat. There is one exception to that I can think of. This might not be the only exception, but the one exception I can think of is right back there, the McPherson. Because the McPherson does not have a truss rod. And I asked that specific question when I toured the factory, and they said that they mill the relief into the fretboard, and then when they put it in the Plek machine, they compensate for the relief that's in the fretboard because there's no truss rod and the neck is so stiff that it never, ever, 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 ever moves. So that's the one exception that I can think of. And I might not have that process 100% accurate, but from what I can remember, that's what it was. So that's the only guitar I can think of. Otherwise, every guitar you can normally think of is flat. That's an awesome question. Nobody's ever asked that question before.
Whoops. Forgot what I was doing.
I like that question.
All right.
A lot.
Scrolling back up, we did have a super chat from Paul McNary. Thank you for the super chat. And he just said thanks with a smiley face.
Awesome. I think I shipped Paul McNary a bunch of pickups yesterday. Some Strat pickups.
That's exciting.
Some P90s. Yeah.
Cool. So I think I'm caught up on Patreon, on super chats.
Cool.
I grabbed some questions. Do you have other stuff you want to talk about? So speaking of, has that made it in a video? Random question.
Yes, we need to talk about this. Is he here? He's probably not here.
I haven't seen him, but still.
Okay.
There's people here that know him.
Okay, so Ryan Elias is a dude who, he's a big Texas Toast fan. He's been out there for a couple of Texas Toast classes. And he made this kind of gag gift where he put a belt buckle on a piece of wood with a Velcro dual action sander so you could put this on a DA. And he's like, it's an automatic relicking pad. Because it had like a, and so he made one for Matt with like a Texas belt buckle on it. It's like you could put it on a sander and then put it on the back of your guitar and you'd like, it's a gag, right? I get this in the mail when I'm still at Texas Toast. It's got my name engraved in the top of it. And it is
blurry.
Yeah, we can.
How do you get it? Start closer so I'm not in the shot. Is it got like eye focus on it?
Yeah, probably. Here. We have to focus this.
Oh, there we go.
There it is. So this is a motorhome that he has put onto this pad that then you Velcro on to your DA sander, and then you run this on the back of your guitar, and it automatically relics your guitar. And I've been meaning to actually show. We've mentioned it a couple times, but I've been meaning to actually show it in a video. And it's a kind of like a gag gift that you just hold on you put it on your desk, and it's kind of a cool thing there. And so yeah, I will cherish this. I actually might take it apart and put the belt buckle on a belt, but no, I will not. I think it's very awesome. I can't believe he went and actually found a motorhome, and that's pretty cool. Anyway, yes, thank you for reminding me because I put it there on purpose,
and then you blocked it.
And then I blocked it.
Yeah. All right.
Super chat.
Super chat from Sassy Cat. Thank you very much.
Sipping for chats, not chugging for
Good
chats.
evening, Dylan and Leslie. Can you make a demonstration video of your new P90 versus a traditional one? Are you making notes on what these people want?
So,
what the people want.
A new P90.
Of your new P90 versus a traditional one.
We don't have a new.
Maybe they mean the T90 and the P90?
Oh, maybe. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I could. Maybe. Yeah, we could do that. Probably. They don't sound the same, though, at all. So it's kind of not.
But our comparisons aren't necessarily supposed to be because they sound the same to notice a difference. Also, somebody might have something and want to know how it compares to know if they want that. And they just really might like a certain sound better.
What I probably should do is do it compare. Yeah, I should actually do a video where it's all three. We should do a regular Tele pickup, the T90, and a P90, so you can kind of see the.
Well, you should have that, and maybe there should be some talking in there because people always ask which one should I get.
That should just be a video. That should just be a video. And now that we have the Somnium guitar, it's way easier to do that stuff because we can actually swap stuff out easier. I am going to make a note of this right now.
Oh, Ryan is here. He said, yeah, I'm cool. Glad you got to see that, Ryan.
Awesome.
Thank you.
P90, T90, flat 6 video.
Oh, yeah. I forgot Ryan's moving to Florida.
He is.
We could see like him and Doug on the same run.
Yep. Cool. All right. So I'm writing down stuff as you.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Mark Stanton said, I took a trip in a motorhome that looked just like that when I was 15.
I just shipped you some today, Mark.
Okay. And super chat from Slacker Deluxe.
Hey, man.
Thank you for the super chat.
Thank you.
Enjoyed the P90 demo. Love it when a tele neck pickup sounds great.
Doesn't that thing sound good? I was thinking that actually when I was editing the video. I was like, wow, that actually really sounded good. I did not tell you in the video what amp I used because people get super bent if. So here's the thing. What happens is the comments will blow up with, yeah, but how about with this amp or a real amp or, whatever. They get all weird about stuff. So I don't ever tell you what amp I'm using, which isn't really fair, but it makes it a lot easier. But it was the Black Star. St. James 6L6. That was what I used. And that amp is so good, man. We're working on the review of that right now.
Cool. I feel like, and Doc said maybe they mean the straight 8P90.
Oh, yeah. So we haven't actually released that yet. So
well, you know who's telling? Doc.
Oh, is he? Okay. So I guess
he might be a fan.
I guess we need to go ahead and actually release that pickup. That's something that I have not done yet.
Busted.
Yeah, I've not done that.
All right. Do you need to talk about anything else? Or are you ready to start working through these?
Let's rock and roll.
21 questions that I have already. Or 21 questions and statements is kind of a... All right. Jeffrey Egan said, I would love a demo of the Alnico 8s.
Okay. Keep going.
Mr. Goat says the T90 has bite. And yes, please new demo your pickups. I don't know.
Okay. I get that.
Ivan, I grabbed this because he offered, if we needed any help moderating. He would be willing to moderate as well.
Thank you,
Ivan. Chris Hendricks said that Tone Buzzword shirt happening.
I have a bunch. So I've decided that I want to start doing larger 3 and 4 product merch drops, sort of like what Cletus McFarland does.
I like it.
So we need to work on some stuff.
So
I will tell you right now that I am working on some stuff, and this is what really inspired this thumbnail tonight. Putting that guitar in that picture. The Batfish is something I'm really, really proud of. And doing that stuff at Texas Toast there's a class in September nobody's bought yet. There's one sold out in November. And we're getting so busy. I think I am at the point where I am going to hire somebody. I mean, we are there. It's so fun. But I'm actually going to hire somebody on the video side. because I want to make all the pickups. We want to make all. She's gonna start helping me with some stuff too, and we're gonna hire somebody on the video side. So I hope. In fact, I had the meeting yesterday, and I have another meeting with them next week. I hope in the next 3 or 4 weeks that you will see two things: more content and the quality of our videos. I think is going to blow up. And I'm going to invest in this part of it for the main reason is the quality of the content, but also editing takes a long time. And so I can shoot a video in a couple of hours, but then it takes a whole day or more to edit it. So having somebody else help me with this stuff is going to bring wait times down on pickups as we keep getting busier. It's going to make the videos better. I am really excited about this. And it's something that I've had a really hard time letting go of, but we're there. It needs to happen. So, and I'm hoping that makes the channel do better, which is going to make the pickup stuff do better. Like, it's just going to be this whole thing. And you guys are going to love it because the quality of the videos is going to be better, So I'm really hoping that all that works out. I wasn't even going to talk about that tonight, but I just feel it and wanted to tell you. So anyway.
Yeah, so Chris asked about that shirt. Shane mentioned he was wearing his cat rocker metal.
The So Metal one?
Yeah, today. And it made me think it was cool to hear that. And because he seems like he really likes that shirt and he wears it a lot. Or he just wears it on live day. I don't know. It could be total coincidence or planned. But it made me think oh, I haven't designed anything in a long. So it's interesting that you have. Anyway, we need to work on getting some designs together.
But this is what we need to do. This is why I want to tell you guys about some of these changes we're doing.
Because we don't have time to be creative.
We're busy, and my main priority is to make sure you get your stuff. And I want you to order something every day. I want people to order stuff all the time, obviously, because that's what pays the bills around here. Because YouTube don't pay the bills. Just so everybody knows, we ain't no Mr. Beast around here when it comes to YouTube stuff. So we have to make pickups, and that has to be our priority. Kind of like what Matt was saying tonight about they are guitar builders first that have a YouTube channel, and we for a long time were the other way around, where I had a YouTube channel, but it was a major focus because it was helping me to build the business. Well, now the business is.
Well, we always want to be education first, though.
Right.
To help you make smart decisions.
Education first is the first thing.
Yeah.
And the thing about it is, as the whole package seems to be working together better lately, I don't want to compromise anything. I don't want anything to fall by the wayside. I don't want our quality to go down, any of that kind of stuff. So I'm like, all right, well, what is the one thing that somebody else is better at than me anyway, probably editing video. So let's just let them do it. So I think it'll be cool. I'm excited.
Haas says, quote, remarkable and a dad joke. Gets me again. Well played, sir.
Was he the same guy last week, maybe?
I don't remember, but I think that's
pretty
awesome.
That was Leslie this time.
I didn't write it for the record. My handwriting is way better than that. I did pass along the joke I saw.
You did.
Shane, Fat Philosopher, says, actually, I held off ordering because you seemed so busy. I didn't want to overwork you.
Oh, dude, bring it. Bring it.
Let's see. So again, these come all out of order when I grab them. So, anyway, I'll get to you. James Hyatt. Hey, Jaguar or Jazzmaster?
Jazzmaster every day.
New Gun Guy. The way my brain works, I feel like I want pickups to be balanced and to sound like it has a, quote, flat EQ. So I can get a, quote, pure signal from the pickup and mess with it later. Am I crazy?
I mean, I think that's what we try to do with everything that we make. I think people that I don't know. I see websites where they've got like 5 different tele pickups, 5 different Strat pickups, and it's like there's this tonal range and this tonal range and this. Like, why can't you make one that's like this wide? It kind of does everything, and then you pick with your capacitors and your pots and how you set your amp and everything. The reason we err on a little more clarity than normal with stuff is because it's something that can always be taken away, but you can't put it into a pickup afterwards. You cannot put clarity into something after if it doesn't exist in the first place. So that's a focus of mine. But other than that, 100%, I totally agree with you. 100%.
Super chat from Timothy Potter. Thank you for the super chat. He
Thank
says,
you.
"Hey guys, love the channel. Best P90s ever. Love your," it says spittable. I'm assuming it means splittable humbuckers. Also, nice to catch you live for once.
Thanks,
Glad
Timothy
you
Potter.
could be here.
Yeah, he just ordered something. I think. Yeah, cool.
Mark Stanton, it will be good to hear you play those back to back with the same amp setup.
Yeah, I think so. I agree. And partially what's got me inspired is this amp is so good that it's literally like, and it's easy. I just come in here, plug the guitar in, flip everything on, hit the space bar on the computer, and we're recording. Like, there's no fiddling, and it just sounds good. So, yeah, I'm really excited about it.
Keep seeing thumbs down. They don't like something. Kenneth Crickmore, pot and cap combos, like 500K pots with caps ranging from 0.015 up to 0.047. I think that's his video recommendation.
We have a very good video about that already.
Sound?
Yes,
Okay.
with sound. And we actually played the same guitar and we changed the caps and we just kept going. Yeah. We have a very good video about that actually.
Adam Knox, I've been experimenting with mini toggles to change between different size capacitors. Do you notice bigger differences with quality of pots or strength of pickups?
Quality of pots is probably 20%, I would say, of that signal chain. So if you're talking about your pickups, your pots, your cap, it does a thing. It's definitely a major thing, but it's not. Pickups are where it's at. If you cannot, in a passive guitar, just remember this, that in a passive guitar, the pickup to the jack is all you're going to get. And no matter what you do after that, until you get to an active EQ on a pedal board, but within the guitar, every component takes away from your signal in a passive guitar. So until you hit some sort of preamp that shapes your tone, you're just taking away from stuff. So just remember that when you're setting it up.
There's like a gnat in front of my face.
I know, I just felt it.
Chris Hendricks said, compare your humbucker models.
Yeah, that's definitely on the list for sure.
Phil Snell, I want to put a Tele Flat 6 bridge with a humbucker neck. Which of your neck humbuckers pairs well?
DAF, for sure. Yep.
Mr. Go, will we see a Lucky Dog guitar with some Dylan Talks Time pickups under the hood?
If you ask him, he'll do it. He's already, there may be 2 or 3 of them out there actually in the world, with my stuff in it. My P90s actually. But if you order one from him or you're having him build you one and tell him you want my stuff, he'll do it for sure. Yeah. And Anthony and I are really good friends, and yeah.
Jim Cunningham, are you making anything with, I don't know that word.
Neodymium.
Yes, magnets. If so, what are the characteristics of the sound?
I don't really like them. I think it's just too much magnet for an electric guitar, in my opinion. We might do something for fun to prove that, I guess. But I don't intend on marketing anything with neodymium.
Dan of NJ. Realistically, it's so hard to judge tone and subtle nuances in pickups on YouTube because of the compression. Maybe you can with earphones, but I've never really had any luck with that. And you just named the reason it hasn't happened yet.
Yeah, I mean, I can't control that. I know there are some YouTube channels, and I have thought about doing this. Uploading the raw files, like the actual audio files, to Patreon, for example. And if you really wanted to hear without YouTube compression, and it was a proper, you could actually listen to the file, we might think about doing that.
Doug Santinello says, I want to do the September Batfish, but I'm already going in August and November, which already has me in the doghouse.
Yeah, I know. And the September thing may not happen. We
knew it was a push.
It was kind of a chance. But we may push that until there's one in March.
Yep.
March. Sign up for that one.
Cool. Vinny's World. Dylan, do you make the T90 neck covered?
No, because it doesn't fit.
That was easy. Staley Explores. Used your Floyd Rose setup video yesterday. Well, I had to watch it several times to get it even close to right.
Yeah, I get that. I try to make those as simple as possible, but there can be a little fiddling with them. A little bit.
All right. Add a TM. Dear Dylan, why can't we try a totally new shape of an electric guitar? Have you tried that? Strat, Tele, Les Paul is... We are pushing to the future.
Well, I'll give you an example of somebody. We just had him in the news yesterday. Tosin Abasi Designs. Those guitars are wacky shapes. But again, it just has to be traditional. Folks just need to buy them and use them. I'm down. I'll use anything. I don't care. I want to see crazy, wacky stuff. But if you build it, will they buy it? And the chances are the answer is no. I mean, I put a pink guitar on YouTube and the world just lost their minds. I mean, it's pink. It's a color. And people just lose their minds. Like I don't understand it. I think it's cool.
All right. Driddle said T90 just ordered.
Oh, sweet. Right on, dude.
Gary Aruda.
Oh, there he is.
Hi, guys. I'm thinking about your P90 humbucker set. What I'm wondering if I can wire a blend knob instead of a selector switch. Will that cancel any noise a single coil makes?
It will still only do it when the knob is in the middle. So if you use a blend knob as a selector switch, it will still only hum cancel in the middle position. And I guess you could get some hum canceling, at a little 20% off of center, but there will be a point where it will not anymore. So I guess thinking this through, more of it might be hum canceling than just a center position. You might have a little bit on both sides, but it'll go away as you get to the outside. That's cool. I like that.
Timothy Potter. One of the few times I catch you live and I'm late. Love your channel. Love your products. Best P90s in the world. Hello, Leslie. Hello, Timothy. I think I got you out of order because we grabbed a super chat first.
Yeah, he was on earlier. That's awesome though.
Chris Hendricks, enjoyed the demo earlier. You should do some more, specifically comparing your humbucker models and P90s.
That is on the list.
Michael Minkes? I don't know. Sorry if I butchered your name. You're going to have to sacrifice Stingray pickup to reverse engineer it. Music Man won't ever give out any information. They are actively suppressing the aftermarket for Music Man parts.
I 100% agree, and that's why I bought a guitar, so I could cut it up. Yep.
Carlos Esparza. Dylan. So he was on early, wanted to ask this question. I thought that meant he wasn't going to be here, but apparently he has a child that was unexpectedly bonus napping. So he squeezed his question back
right
in.
on.
So Carlos says, Dylan, can you, and I don't know how easy or hard this is, can you explain how the Fender strangle circuit works? Somehow I can't find this online, and I'm curious how it's different from a normal bass cut or reverend contour thing.
I've never heard of it. So I hate to
strangle.
Fender. Oh, so it's on a Jag. Hang on. It's on a Jag. It's not on a Strat. And I believe it's just their rhythm circuit on a Jag, I think. So the strangle thing, I believe, is some sort of slang, not an official term, for just a regular Jag circuit. Yeah, I'm gonna look at this for a second, but we can keep going.
Okay. I was just making sure. Margaret Zabinski says, thanks for your Catalyst review. Driddle said, isn't a Bossy getting a signature Schecter now?
I don't understand what the deal is with him. It's not a Schecter, I don't think. I think it's a Music Man. So I don't know. He has his own company, plus he has his... He just came out with a Korean line yesterday. I don't know.
All right. So Windsurf Maui started this adding Kenneth Crickmore, but it sounds like a question, so I'm just going to read it. I had a similar idea of a 3 humbucker Strat with split coil and out of phase and series parallel. Do you have a wiring diagram you would like to share? Maybe they're asking Kenneth.
No. So that is one thing. I'm going to revise the website tomorrow morning. I am no longer going to do ridiculous wiring diagram junk on loaded pick guards. It's just too much time. And what happens is, here's what happens. People will request a thing. I just had this happen last week, where a guy requested something that was not physically possible in the constraints of that, and was really bummed out when he didn't get it. And I'm like, well, you can't do it. It doesn't work. There's no way to hook up a wire to make it happen. So in your mind, you'll come up with an idea, and I'll be like, mm-mm. So there's going to be, we're going to have some options. There's going to be single hum with a coil split, with a extra tone knob. There's going to be a couple things like that, but pretty much what you see is what you get on the loaded pickguard stuff.
Adam Knox, do you have any suggestions for one of your pickups to improve an inexpensive hollow body Gretsch, even if it doesn't necessarily have a Filtertron sound?
So I would put in a Gretsch, If it has, so it depends. If it has regular humbucker size humbuckers, like they're not the if they're not a true Filtertron, lots of Gretches don't have actual Filtertrons in them. They have the Broadtron things where they're just then you can put anything in there. I would say our DAF is definitely a possibility. If you really wanted to go super clarity, really like, super clarity, the Slant 6, that would give you more of a Filtertron sound in a humbucker package. It doesn't sound like a Filtertron, but it would get you closer. So the Slant 6 for guitar.
Super chat from Thomas Torville. Thank you for the super chat. I don't see a question, so let me know if you have a question and I will grab it.
He does that a lot. I appreciate
He
you,
said,
Thomas.
great show.
Thanks, Thomas.
Glad to have you here. Whoops.
Just shipped him some stuff today, too.
He knows.
Yeah.
He was like, thanks for the email. I was like, you're going to get something cool.
Awesome. Yeah. Cool.
Mark Hott, what is the in-tone difference between your center punch DAF and the 8-ball humbuckers with the Alnico 3 and 5?
So the center punches are a little bit higher gain friendly. Well, I don't know. Not really. They have a little bit more mid-range punch to them. That's why they're called the center punch. And they're actually really good for coil splitting. That's kind of what I designed them for. The DAF is going to be your proper, regular, like PAF, vintage PAF sound. Only how we make them. And I would go Alnico 5. Alnico 3 is too squishy. Yep.
And was that all of them? Maybe I already... Oh, no. Okay. Vox Guitars Rock. Is there one humbucker that's better for splitting in bridge position on a Strat?
Center punch. All day long. Center punch is the one to get for that. Yep.
Busy Bee Lawns. Hi, any advice?
I bet he does lawns.
Hi.
And
so
I bet he's really busy.
It's funny you say that word. Busy Bee Lawns with a Z. Hi, any advice to someone like myself thinking about getting into the business? LOL.
Oh
Thanks.
my gosh.
I think they meant business, but it definitely says business. And it made me laugh.
It depends how much time you have. If you have 8 years to not make any money, then do it. No, I tell everybody, especially like with the pickup stuff, I tell everybody to learn how to wind pickups. I tell everybody to learn how to work on their guitar. We have helped, I don't know how many people, not directly like the business part of it, but we have helped a lot of people to the point where they have like started their own guitar repair business. I know people that have like quit their real jobs and are only doing guitar repair just from learning stuff from good YouTube videos. So I would say just learn as much as you can. And I mean, if you have the runway to do it, I would say do it. I'm always going to try whatever for sure. That's what got us here. So.
New Gun Guy says, you and Tim Lurch are my two favorite guitar YouTube legends.
I don't know about legend, but that's cool. Yeah, Tim Lurch is cool.
Sean McMillan, I think you need to compare the tone of a, quote, relicked guitar and a, quote, non-relicked guitar. LMAO.
I'll tell you what. We're going to do that.
Can't. Oh my god.
We're gonna do that on Monday.
Ah, my goodness.
Just because you said that. We're gonna do that on Monday.
Let's see.
Does relicking change the tone?
The snooch? I don't know. The snooch. That's what we're gonna go with. I really dig that red telly you had on the T90 demos.
Yeah.
Thomas Torville's really going to dig that red telly.
That is Thomas Torville's guitar now. Yep.
It was then too.
It was then too, yeah.
It's on the way to him now.
On the way to him. It's been his for a while. I'm just now getting it to him.
All right. Last one I grabbed, and then we'll have to go back.
Okay.
Doc says, for a bespoke double cutaway Leap Paul Jr., I'm all about the misspellings tonight. TV yellow or vintage cherry?
When it's a double cut junior, I'm going to go TV yellow all day.
You just said Les Paul, not Leap Paul. I knew what you meant, but it was too funny not to say.
Yeah.
He was trying to say something about it being something being cool earlier, and it came out coolant, and I was like, coolant?
Coolant. Yeah, the SG Junior that's back here in cherry, I think that's the right color for that, but I think TV yellow is. If I'm going to go double cut junior, it's going to be TV yellow every time. That gnat is annoying.
I agree. Windsurf Maui. Sorry, I was late tonight. Any feedback on smaller RV? Good for a week, but too small for a 6-week trip. No, I think it was great for a 6-week trip.
We wouldn't do it any other way.
Really, really nervous about being in it for 6 weeks, but it worked fantastic. And it was, I can say that genuinely because it was also my mobile office. So there were days I did not leave
the fan.
Get fresh air at all. Like I was just in it.
Yeah.
Literally.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
I think
was
it's great, man. It was fantastic.
I don't need to start it because I'm in the regular feed.
Cool.
Adam Knox, do you feel the magnets and pickups get old and less powerful over time?
No. People think that, but it takes 50 years. Like, it's not a thing, really.
I can't read. Phil Snell. Your videos on electronics helped a lot. I recently replaced my telly neck with a PG-13 mini hum.
Cool. Oh, very cool.
I Can't Play Guitar said, did you see Schnobel Tone dragging a Strat behind his car outside NAMM? Classic.
No, I did not see that. But I have done that. I have that video too. We took a guitar body and drug it around the block behind my Tundra.
Adam Knox continued his thought. He said, I heard Jerry Garcia used to change his pickups once a year because he felt the magnets lost their power.
Well, when you're playing in front of a friggin' wall of speakers.
I mean, he probably felt a lot of things that weren't
real. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know if Jerry Garcia would be the... Yeah. No, I sound like Chris.
Doc said, okay, coming your way soon. I don't know what that means.
I don't know what that means.
Are you getting a bespoke Leap Paul?
I don't know. I don't know.
All right, I'm all caught up, guys. If I missed your question, ask me again. If you have more questions, get them in fast.
Yeah, man. And make sure you stay tuned for some stuff we've got coming up because we've got... Well, now you gave me all these video ideas. So what I'm going to do probably is...
Rosewood or ebony fretboard?
Rosewood.
I don't know what's happening right now.
I don't either. Yeah, I don't know.
Ryan says, glad you made it home okay, and the recent videos are dope. Cheers.
Thanks, man.
Cheers.
Thank you. We've been working hard at them.
Dope is funny coming from some people's mouth, but it makes total sense coming out of Ryan's mouth. I could literally see him saying that.
Yeah. It's because he's from...
You fit the persona, Ryan.
He's from a cool place, man. He's from a cool place.
He wears flat brim cap.
He does.
Properly.
Just like this, like they're supposed to be. Yeah. No, I'm stoked about what is coming to Dylan Talks Tone in the next few weeks and months, and I'm glad. I hope everybody here is along for the ride because it's going to be good. We're getting things are things are clicking, and I want to keep them clicking. I want to keep it. I don't know. Part of my problem is I will literally sit at night and brainstorm, okay, how can we make things better? How can we make the quality of the parts better? How can we introduce new products? How can we come out with new t-shirts? How can we come out make the videos better? How can we make the live streams better? How can we make the more interactive so that we're all hanging out and talking like this constantly the entire time instead of searching for something to say? Um, we were just talking about that before, and the live stream started, and then what happens is I have all these ideas and I don't have time to execute them, and so I'm really focusing on making sure that we execute some of these good ideas so that you feel it. You know what I mean? So that everything actually gets better.
So Haas says, who is the person who, found the remarkable tonight, by the
Yes.
way. How much are you going to charge for tone relicking? It's going to take your company to the next level.
The video comes out Monday.
Ah,
The
y'all are
video
awesome.
comes out Monday.
Adam Knox, Dylan Talks Tone suggestion for hollow body Gretsch. I don't know if that means like a pickup suggestion.
We don't make Filtertrons. So if you
But
do,
you know who does and who ordered one tonight,
who?
or who is working on one with John. And I was like, perfect. We
Oh,
love
John Grantz from
Odessa.
Odessa. Yeah, if you want Filtertrons, call John at Odessa Pickups. You can go on Facebook and find him.
Yeah, so Adam is specifically asking a Dylan Talks Tone pickup for a hollow body Gretsch.
Yeah, so if it has regular Filtertrons in it, Odessa Pickups out of Kansas.
Mm-hmm.
It's Odezza on Facebook. You can find him. Great dude. Makes really good stuff. If it's a humbucker style sized thing, then I would say go with either our Slant 6 or our DAF. But the Slant 6 would be cool. I'm actually working on, and I'm going to try it tomorrow, actually, or Monday. I actually think we can put the Slant 6 in a wide range cover so that it'll look proper too. So I bought the stuff to do that, and I think it's going to work.
I did see this question earlier, and I missed it somehow, so we're going to go with this one.
Missed. Anyway.
John Own 11 can't play any Brody says, still hoping you'll do a video explaining what you're listening to when evaluating pickups. I don't know what to listen for.
Oh, wow. You did say that before.
New Gun Guy says a 335 is just a Les Paul with chambered sides. Change my mind.
It is not. It sounds completely different. And it sounds completely different. The pickup placement is different. The bridge to pickup placement is different. The distance between the two pickups is different. Lots of differences.
There. Box Guitars Rock
Mind
say,
change.
Will the tone of my Strat be better with the back cover or without?
So, I'll tell you, I always felt that back covers were stupid, and I never wanted them on my guitar.
Mm-hmm.
Until I was hanging out with John Cruz. And I said, I think back covers are dumb. And he goes, and I don't think they have any effect on the tone of the guitar at all. He says, however, and this is a real thing, and I didn't think about this. He said, when you are playing, it can depend on your body shape and the kind of clothing that you're wearing. But he says, what can happen, that stupid gnat. He said, what can happen is you can actually dampen the springs of the guitar with your clothes or with where it touches you. And it can affect the tone of the guitar because the springs are directly, if you go up and turn the corner, are directly connected to the strings on the guitar on a Strat. He said, so for some people, it won't make any difference at all. But for other people, depending on, like, again, on your clothes and your shape and all that kind of stuff, you might be dampening the guitar. And I never thought about that, but he's right. He's true. It's true.
John Rogers said, Dylan, what would you put between Super 8s for a single hum Strat?
You order that set, and I just make you something that works. Basically, what I do when people order a set, just put in the notes, hey, this is a set, and it's all going in one guitar. And then I will wind the center pickup to match the whatever the other pickups are so that it works properly.
And New Gun Guy that said about the 335 is just chambered sides, changed my mind. He just said, well, mine changed.
Yeah.
Awesome.
That's like the people that say there's no difference, like it's just the body shape is the only difference between an SG and a Les Paul. We had a whole video on that because the pickups are not in their same place. There's a whole bunch of differences actually, and that's why they sound different. But that's kind of fun. Yeah.
Cool. Well,
awesome.
We're 11 minutes
past 9.
Past 9, which is not bad. It was very interactive. This was very fun.
Yeah.
I'm glad you were all here. All currently 93 of you with only 49 thumbs up. Just saying.
Yeah, what the heck, man. Well, there's 93. So 90. So we need 45 because 3 people already did a thumbs down. But a thumbs down person could also do a thumbs up, I think.
I don't think so.
You don't think so?
Mm-mm.
They would have to actually change their mind. Try it.
Yes, you have to actually change your mind.
Oh, it changes your mind for you when you hit the button.
That's how button sets work, honey.
Oh, I don't know.
Little knowledge for you today.
I guess I learned something today. Cool. Thanks for hanging out, and we will see you with a relicking tone knob. No, tone wood-ish video on Monday. That'll
be the best part. It's gonna be hilarious.
Anyway, we'll see y'all.